fellow Zimbabweans, fellow Africans, citizens of the world. My name is Comrade Ostalos. I introduce to you from the Citizens Coalition for Change, The Conversation, a platform for us to share our ideas as a political organization, a platform for us to articulate our alternative policy blueprints, and more importantly, the situation in our country and how we intend to rescue our country from the current precipice. Fellow Zimbabweans, the conversation is going to be looking inside the CCC movement. We are going to be taking you from today going forward, bi-weekly, into the conversation about the following issues. Number one, we want to discuss the form, character, content, and character of the Citizens Coalition for Change. The CCC movement was recently formed and introduced into the political market in the country. We are yet to launch the Citizens Movement. So our intention in this platform, fellow Zimbabweans, is to educate to you what is the CCC's values, what is our shared national vision, and more importantly, what is our ideological disposition. So we share with you the backbone, the engine, and the infrastructure of the Citizens Coalition for Change. Number two, fellow Zimbabweans, we're going to be sharing with you our manifesto. As you know, we are entering into the shadows of the next election. Most importantly, one of the greatest electoral processes in this country is coming in, which has the potential to change the concrete realities of the ordinary people in this country. 2023 is a watershed election. Everyone wants to know what is the CCC's position on land, what is our position on health, what is our position on the Liberation Project. You know that as a new movement, we have to make sure that we break away from the past. There is an attempt, fellow Africans, to confuse us with our past. As you know, we had to make a deliberate decision to bury the past before the past buried us. That's why we introduced in the body politic in our country the Citizens Coalition for Change, the Yellow Movement, which symbolizes the future, a brighter future for the betterment of our people and the future of our children. So we're going in this platform to be talking about the health solutions in our country. You know, fellow Africans, that most of our people are dying in hospitals. There's no medicine. Most of the workers in the medical field are suffering because of low wages. So we articulate as CCC, how do we intend to rescue Zimbabwe from the current health crisis, and how much as CCC in our broad budget do we intend to put into health? Fellow Zimbabweans, of course, this platform, the conversation, will look again into issues of education. Majority of young people are into education. We have a bias towards investing in education because we believe that for our economy to be revamped, we must make sure that we invest in that particular social service. So we are going to be unpacking our education policy, our program to rescue students, our program to make sure that we facilitate quality education in different phases of life. Fellow Zimbabweans, this show, the conversation, is also going to be looking into CCC's position on how do we want to rescue Zimbabwe from international isolation. You know, there is a major debate about sanctions. There is a national political discourse on what is CCC's position on ending Zimbabwe's international isolation. So we are going to be discussing all these issues in depth, and more importantly, and where possible, bringing in experts from the Citizens Movement to come and explain these policy positions to you, fellow Zimbabweans. This show, the conversation, is obviously going to be bringing the CCC's position in relation to the Liberation Project. You know, fellow Africans, that we bear fidelity to the Liberation Project. Three loyalties are going to be discussed in one of these upcoming days: loyalty to the country, loyalty to the cause, and loyalty, more importantly, to the democratic contingent. So we are going to be discussing these issues on how do we intend to advance the agenda of the Liberation Project. How do we, as a new movement, make sure that we connect the transformation struggle with the Liberation Project? Because the intention and objective is that when we acquire political freedom, how do we move to make sure that we change the economic realities of our people? Fellow Zimbabweans, in this conversation, we're also going to be looking at issues around jobs. Zimbabwe has been grappling with over 95% unemployment rate. The majority of young people at my age, young and older than me, are eking out a living through informal sector vending. Most of them are finding it difficult to survive. in these economic realities. Triple C has got a program to create jobs. So we are going to be articulating how to intend to rescue those who are working at the blessing of an empty stomach and a jobless existence. This major demographic group of those between the ages of 18 and 35 want to know how will Triple C government provide them jobs, more importantly formal jobs for that matter. Fellow Africans, fellow Zimbabweans, we are also obviously going to be discussing deep diplomatic international relations issues because geopolitical issues are very important for the Triple C movement. We are also obviously going to be talking about our agriculture sector. How do we revive our economy? We have to be articulating to you, fellow citizens, our program on agriculture, our public service program, how to intend to rescue public servants who are earning a salary below poverty line, teachers, doctors, soldiers, police officers. What is our program to make sure that we return them into the glory days where they're able to get a salary that buys? So production on the economy is going to be a big issue. How do we intend to industrialize our country? So we're going to be talking with all these issues from the perspective of the Triple C as an alternative government. Fellow citizens, as you know, that 2023, Triple C has a possibility of emerging as the next government and more importantly, assuming executive authority in our country. That will mean that we have to have a 100-day plan on how do we need to deal with these issues. So we're going to be unpacking our 100-day plan, which is articulated in our new Zimbabwe blueprint, a clear document that articulates and it engulfed in it the Citizens Charter, which is an important pillar of the citizens movement. Lastly, fellow citizens, of course, we're not going to spare the president, Advocate Nelson Chamisa. We have to articulate how the rural boy with a modern vision intends to transform the lives of ordinary people. Possibly, fellow Africans will bring in Advocate Nelson Chamisa to come and speak to Zimbabweans in this exciting cutting-edge show that the Triple C Communications Department brings to you. We hope that you are going to enjoy and share notes. Thank you, fellow Africans. As you can see on the screen, those are our platforms. Engage with us. Share your views. How do you think we can produce our policies? How do you think we can continue the engagement with the Zimbabwean different stakeholders, the labor movement, the students, the civic society, diplomats, ordinary people, vendors, doctors, teachers, everyone who forms the vital core of the National Democratic Project which we are embarking on. So we are going to be engaging with you. You can write to us on our WhatsApp platform, share with us your views on how we can improve our agenda and program as Triple C movement. We are going to be giving you all the updates from the citizens movement on how are we preparing for the next election and how do we intend to govern and more importantly govern with a difference. Thank you very much, fellow Africans. To you with love and solidarity always. I thank you.